Tom Macdonald and Adam Calhoun are back with another banger. Today we're going to be checking out Adam Calhoun and Tom Macdonald, Your America. We already know this is bound to shake up some feathers, make a few people mad, but that's kind of what the boys are here for. Before we jump into it, please just leave a like on the video. Comment down below if you have anything that you would like to say or any suggestions you'd like to make, and hit that sub button to help me be the #1 subscribed prime pusher on YouTube, and to help me hit my goal of 5K subs by the end of summer 2023. Let's get right into the reaction. We're starting with the Pledge of Allegiance out this
They're screaming that they hate America and we're the reason. If you don't feel safe, then stop defunding the policemen. You calling us extremists because our words have hurt your feelings, and we're sorry.
This man came with the heat from the jump. You say you feel unsafe, well then stop defunding the police. That whole defund the police thing started up as like a sort of caveat of the BLM riots after the events of the George Floyd assassination, if you will, and it was pretty dumb to try to say we should defund the police. The caveat is that we shouldn't be funding the police to buy like military level weapons. That's what we have things like the FBI and more advanced levels of police work for. Community police should be focused on community policing. Yes, they need weapons, but do they need ARs and whatnot? Maybe not, but that's something that can be debated even further. Defund the police as a tagline is just corny and stupid if you think about it. Why would we take away money from the people that are meant to protect us instead of just re-educating them and training them to be better to whatever standards we want to put them to? That whole thing was just massively stupid, but I'll let Tom get back to it. I'm sure he has a lot more to say about it.
Stop defunding the policemen. You calling us extremists because our words have hurt your feelings, and we're sorry we can't hear you over the sound of our freedom. Y'all been filling up our class.
It's the most American shit to say on the planet. We're sorry we can't hear you over the sound of our own freedom. Like that.
Rooms or drag queens for kids. We think it's not appropriate. You tell us that it is. The complexities of
now that I'm sorry to have been. He's mentioning too many things at once for me not to pause every 5 seconds. So if you have a problem with it, piss off. That is an issue. There's no rationale. There's no reasoning. There's no nothing to be like drag shows, nudity, and all these different things around children is acceptable because we're practicing acceptance and we want to make sure our kids. No, the kids don't need to be seeing that. They don't need to take part in that. That's just not appropriate.
Gender and children won't ever mix when there's school shootings by women whose pronouns are him, his. I'm not Republican, but
all right. Relax. There was like a school shooting by a transgender person. There's been like maybe like 3 in all of the history of school shootings. So let's not like pretend that. Come on now.
Keep it 100. They making sense. The most destructive ideologies are coming from the left. I think Black Lives Matter. They think white lives matter less. And LGBTQ turned into WTF. Dear Democrats, I don't have nothing against the liberal, but the people representing you are communists and criminals. They've been starting World War III. We shipping missiles still. They don't want.
So I guess, I've never heard Tom Macdonald openly say that he's like Republican, although you could assume it.
I'm not Republican.
And he's never openly said, but a lot of his content is attacking Democrats, leftists, so I guess it makes sense.
Want America great, they want it miserable. You can try to burn down the city, scream at the top of your lungs till you're dizzy. You can cancel everything and everybody in it, but it's not your America. You can burn the flag, get aggressive. You can wear a mask and pretend you're progressive. I got my First Amendment, don't forget I got the second. It's not your.
Jeez. I got my First Amendment, don't forget I got the second, because if you try to take away the first, that's why #2 was implemented. The blickies start coming.
For America. I'm hearing words I never heard in life. Kids go to school to learn, never make it back home, they get murdered like who's
Alright, but I don't understand when Republicans bring up the whole school shooting thing. It's kind of an argument against them. The whole argument for gun control is that there's all these school shootings and stuff. And yeah, you can say like, well, that's the counter argument. We need more guns by good people. But historically speaking, it's not the good people that are killing the bad people. Matter of fact, in regards to school shootings specifically, more often than not, it's the shooter that's killing themselves. So yeah, I'm not really sure how that one drives forward the point, but I'll give him some space to explain. Go ahead.
Kids go to school to learn, never make it back home, they get murdered. Like, who's concerned? Not the left or the right. Hope you ready for the fight. Coming to your front door tonight. The former president got arrested. The current one lost, but I guess he got elected. I'll get protected, and you can kill a baby anytime if you pregnant. People so weak, feel free to take a knee. And you can't even speak, God forbid you disagree. I don't even know what virtual signaling means. Young men used to fight.
Like, nice honesty there. Like, I don't even know what virtue signaling is, bro. Just to explain it a little bit for you, Mr. Mr. Calhoun. Virtue signaling is when you try your best, which is what the left does a lot, to appeal to someone who you believe is oppressed or, you know, being bullied or whatever. You try to appeal to that audience by, you know, saying like, oh, I do this for these people, or you try to make it so that your virtues or your beliefs, your moral system is some higher moral system, and you're trying to appeal to that rather than to the facts of the matter, which again is something that leftists do not only a lot, but they do it really well, which is scary.
You disagree? I don't even know what virtual signaling means. Young men used to fight wars, now they make memes. Divide us up, I'm pretty sure that's the plan. Got a gun in my hand for
that whole young men used to fight wars and now they make memes. Like, we also became less, for lack of a better term, retarded. And this video might get taken down or demonetized or whatever for me saying that. But the young men of old who were like only focusing on war, a lot of them, first of all, died. A lot of them came back from war feeling useless and meaningless. Their country betrayed them. And not saying that like, oh, because that happened, that means they were dumb or that they were any less. But it wasn't anything to like brag about or be happy about. I mean, at the end of the day, you can be fit, you can be mentally prepared for war without actually dedicating yourself to the military. And a lot of the people that were dedicated to the military should not have been there. They were literally used as cannon fodder. So yeah, we can herald it and say like, oh yeah, if you're a part of the military, then you know you're doing good for the U.S. You're sacrificing your life and putting your life on the line for the U.S., which I do respect a lot. But at the same time, bro, a lot of those people that were, you know, especially for the First, Second World War, they weren't prepared for war. They did it because they had to. They did it because they were forced. They were drafts. So I don't like that whole sentiment. Like they were all like, yeah, let's fucking go to war. Let's kill those Germans. A large proportion of those people were forced to go to war because of the, you know, the law. And another large proportion of those people should not have been going to war. Either they weren't fighting not only for the glory of America, but because they were just lunatics. But you know, they just didn't have the same cognitive level of thinking. They were being drafted at like 17, 18. So these aren't fully mentally grown men who are like prepared to die for their country. A lot of the time when they got onto the scenery of war, they were shell-shocked because it's like, I didn't know this was what war was. I want to go home back to my mommy. And now it's too late. Your head's getting fucking blown off, or you ended up in a trench with one of your arms missing. You're crawling to your friend Patrick, begging him to put your arm back on while he's in the corner like... So, like, you know, nuance. I like to add nuance to things from both sides. The left runs their mouth way too much. It's really easy to mock them, but sometimes the right says things that is just...
sure that's the plan. Got a
gone.
gun in my hand for when shit hits the fan. And how the woman of the year is a man. I'm pretty sure
that blows me. How? Cannot lie. Couldn't be me though. Couldn't be me. I don't know what that means.
Understand.
You can try to burn down the city, scream at the top of your lungs till you're dizzy. You can cancel everything and everybody in it, but it's not your America. You can burn the flag and aggressive. You can wear a mask and pretend you're progressive. I got my First Amendment, don't forget I got the second. It's not your America. You told us we're the ones to blame. You're the ones who riot till the city's up in flames. You told us we've been spreading lies, but you believe the truth is on the news every night. You told us we gotta...
The mainstream media is probably an entirely different entity, a different enemy even than the left and the right. Like, they capitalize on whoever they have to. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
But you believe the truth is on the news every night. You told us we gotta stop the fighting, but you're the ones who keep the country angry and divided. You told us we're crazier than you, but all of our conspiracy theories are coming true.
Not all of them. Not all of them.
You can can try to burn down the city, scream at the top of your lungs till you're dizzy. You can cancel everything and everybody in it, but it's not your America.
You can burn the flag, get aggressive. You can wear a mask and pretend you're progressive. I got my First Amendment, don't forget.
But to speak to the actual like lyrical and vocal instrumental side of the song instead of just speaking about the topics, the song is really, really nice. I love how harmonic it is when you're seeing like two really like like grizzled white bearded guys, and it's like, oh shit, these guys are gonna be like fucking doing some country music or whatever. But they start spitting bars first off, and it's also really harmonic. So I really do like that subtle touch to it, in my opinion.
I got the second, it's not
Your America.
The Brave 2 by Tom and Adam is out now, so please be sure to go check that out. Sorry for the loud noise, I gotta move my chair over. If you enjoyed that, if you have anything that you'd like to say about the comments, content, focus, topics, whatever, mentioned in this music video, for sure, just leave a like on it first, and then comment down below what you would like to say to me. Any topics, conversation that needs to be started will get started down there, so you know what to do. And hit that sub button to help me be the #1 subscribed prime pusher on YouTube, and to hit my goal of 5K subs by the end of summer 2023. Till next time, till the next video, dreamers out. Here, even leftists criticize the media. Like when the media is doing weird stuff, they criticize that too. So, oh my god. Trump getting indicted and arrested is because that's literally what dictators do. Is they know people that are going to run against them or that are political opponents, and they get them arrested.
They got arrested. The current one lost, but I guess he got elected. Kids get molested.
What the fuck was that?
Pedophiles all.
What's going on? Bro, what the fuck is the issue, man? Like, this is that.